All right. Until it hits home, we with Marsh County Watch and WPRA in Holly Springs. And that was a big one. We went till it hits home. I mean, we've got a lot of stuff going on in Marsh County, especially with education. We got one in District 2, we got one of the most underfunded schools that there is. And we got help for that because we've got Mr. Howard, that's out of Massachusetts, that's here, that's going to help us out. And we got a co-host for the day. We got Miss Pantera. I know y'all see her on the page a lot and talk about her on the radio a lot. And she's doing a whole lot of educational stuff. And she's going to, and Lane is out on assignment. So without further ado, Mr. Howard, go ahead and introduce yourself, please, sir.
Um, my name is Robert Howard. Um, I'm from Brockton, Mass. I have been in education my whole professional career, 30 years. Brockton, Massachusetts. I pride myself in teaching algebra. I know a lot of people don't necessarily care for algebra, so um, I struggled in algebra when I was a kid, and one of the things was that if you're not part of the problem, if you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. And math presents problems. So therefore, you have to work through life coming up with solutions. And I thought that was a way for me to be a role model to kids because I had to come over it. I had to overcome all these problems myself. Um, but I believe in, you know, every day could be a problem. Every day needs another solution. Every day is a question. And so that's the way I function, and that's why I'm happy to be here. And thank you for inviting me.
And you also have a new program coming up to help kids to meet their goals in school. Is that correct?
So one of the things that I thought of is I'm at this school right now that they have this concept. It's not even a concept. It's a program where every kid goes to college. So I'm
Okay.
at this school right now where the students actually can get an associate's degree and a high school diploma at the same time.
Oh, man, that's great. And that's the kind of stuff we need. And that's what I'm talking about. For some reason, our school board is not meeting that. And that's why March County Watch is out trying to get other ways to help the students to achieve their goals. And I think the program that you got going on there it's great. It's something we need. And I want to thank you for reaching out to us. We connected, and also with Pandaria that got us together to talk about this. And I think it's great.
And I'm blessed. The executive director of the program was one of the people that I played Pop One football against when I was little. And so I've known him since I was like 8 years old.
All
And
right.
then I found out that he had opened this school, and I said, "Yeah, this is what I need to do. This is where I need to be."
And you said you've been teaching for over 30 years now.
I don't, to be honest with you, yeah, this right now is my 30th year. Yeah, this is my 30th year,
Okay. Congrats.
All right.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, because
and
this radio
I'm
station
wearing
is
this,
owned
and
by
it's funny because
education.
I'm wearing this sweatshirt because I so badly wanted my son to go to an HBCU.
Yeah.
And I took him down south. I paid the flight. We went down there, and I'm like, Riley, come on, man. Like, Morehouse, you got Spelman right there. Like, come on, dude. Like, but he wanted to stay close to home. Um, but he just finished his sophomore year in college. Um, Another kid that needed support. I mean, my son, I love him, but he needed to be guided. He needed support. He needed resources. And I think about all these kids. I hear them talk about their lives and their families, what their families are able to do, even though they may graduate with an associate's degree. A lot of them may not have the resources, right, to continue their education beyond that. And so that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to establish a foundation so that kids, because they really still will be first year real college students.
Yes, sir.
But question,
And so I want a foundation so that I can at least help them get themselves settled when they, to say that they go off to a 4 year school, being on campus, buying books, buying whatever it is, right? And
Yes.
because I know that the challenges there are out there, and the prices of tuition and what you need to do right now is ridiculous. So my foundation is really to just help kids once they graduate from high school have the support to at least start their college career. And then if possible, I would extend my foundation to the next year, and then the next, like I would. But right now, I'm just saying, let me help kids at least not feel terrified when they graduate from high school that they don't have any support to start their first year of college. Does that make sense?
yeah, you said something about you're involved with a program currently that the children, well, not the young adults are receiving their associates while in high school. How does that work?
So this, so it's incredible. I'm at a charter school, and Mr. Walker, like I said, I've known him since I was a little kid. He set up this charter school in Brockton, um, and the students are actually able to take classes at Massasoit Community College and or Bridgewater State Community College based on how they're testing.
Hmm.
So those kids that are showing academic, like that they're ready to take on that next level of academia, they end up taking college courses in the building. They have college teachers that come and teach in the school, but they also have a chance to be on these college campuses. And so they start off, if they can fulfill the requirements. So I went to a graduation at Massasoit Community College the other day. There are kids that now have an associate's degree and they still haven't graduated from high school yet.
So they have enough credits for an associate's degree. So once, I guess what I'm asking you is once they graduate from high school, they'll have their associate's degree and they'll have the high school diploma as well as their associate's degree. And how do they progress from there?
And that's why I'm trying to establish this foundation, because I don't have the answer to that, right? And I know when I went to school it was scary. What do I do? When I graduated from high school, it was a very different time. This school right here is saying okay, and I'm trying to make sure that there's part of the plan is for them to be able to say that they can develop a plan beyond that associate's degree in high school, because I don't. That's the reason why I want this foundation. I want to be able to give them the guidance to answer that question that you just asked me.
Okay. Okay.
Does that make
It
sense?
does. It does. It does. And this is something that you guys can do where you are. Because the what is the name of the college that's not too far?
Russ College.
Massasoit Community
Not
College
not
is literally through my backyard, and then Bridgewater State is like 20 minutes away from me.
Well, she was talking about the college here in Holly Springs. It's called Russ College, and that'll be a great program. I mean, I don't understand, why it's not integrated into the school system right now.
I believe that the public schools, if they really wanted to do it, right, we know that we have a number of our black and brown kids. Um, Many of them will pursue a college degree and go on to be scientists and engineers and that sort of thing. And then there are many of our students that may just choose to, which is very lucrative, develop a trade.
Mm.
Yes.
But one of, like, I need a plumber. I need an electrician. I need people to fix my house, and they make good money. So I'm not trying to tell all kids have to go. My father owns an auto body shop, never graduated from high school. So I'm not trying to sell that, but I do want kids to have the opportunity to go ahead if they want to, pursue a higher level degree. I want them to have that, right? I want them to have access to it. So I'm gonna go ahead. My foundation is called History Talks.
All right.
History Talks.
Yes.
That's what I'm gonna name my foundation. History Talks, because we know that as people of color, um, black and browns, we were brought here, right?
Yes, sir.
We were brought here, okay? And we've spent many years fighting to be able to be educated and access the resources and things that are going on in the world, right? And so, for those of us now that actually it's okay to legally educate black and browns, I want to try to do everything I can to make those resources available to the black and browns. History talks. That's why I'm naming that's my foundation. History talks. I know my history.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Well,
Go
here in
ahead.
Holly
I'm
Springs,
sorry.
we need that. And we need Russ Collins. I think that'll, if they would have had a program like that, their attendance would go up. I mean, because you got these kids that are in high school and then they leave school and come here to Holly Springs to different vocational schools like you were talking about. Why aren't these same kids coming to Russ College, you know, for one class during the day? And I think if we had something like that, then I mean, that's something the school board. Why are we not working on it? I mean, why do we have to go to Boston, Mass, and to Pittsburgh? I mean, to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, to get help like that. Not saying we're not, but we glad that you two guys, that you two people are here to help us, and we appreciate it immensely. But the thing is, why isn't our school board doing the same thing?
I don't. I think it's interesting that a lot of these schools no longer offer shop and home ec within the schools themselves, and like just basic skills for our youth to have and to learn, just in case they are not interested in going to college. They can still make a living. They can still do more than just survive or hustle or whatever order to make their way through adulthood.
Yeah, because Marshall County Watch, we trying to make a difference here, and then hopefully we are making a difference because, like I said, man, every day you're posting stuff about how kids can get food, books, sustain themselves in school, even how to get to school, and then now Mr. Howard, he's doing the same thing. He's trying to start a foundation to where we would support. I mean, you're welcome to come on Marshall County Watch anytime with any information that you have that's going to help the kids here to do what I mean, I don't really want to just knock the school board, but we want to, I guess, help the school board help our kids. I should be put it that way, I guess, to help them. But like I said, I don't see a whole lot of movement in there, and hopefully something like this program today would motivate them to do more than what they're doing for our children.
And I think, and I agree. I agree with what was just said. One of the sad things about it is that a lot of kids get in trouble. A lot of kids misbehave because they don't have the shops. I remember one of my favorite classes. One of my favorite classes when I was in middle school was home ec. I remember learning how to bake a cake, make a brownie, make a muffin. I remember how to sew. Home ec was one of the coolest classes.
Yeah.
And I was a football player. Like I was always about football, being tough and everything like that. But I loved to be in front of that sewing machine. I remember that. And it was fun. And then I remember for Mother's Day or Father's Day being in wood shop. And I'm like, oh, and using the blade and being careful not to cut off one of my fingers. I remember what it was like. I love that class. And so, like you said, I have to respect that because they've taken the trades out of public school, but they haven't made trade schools for younger kids.
That
Right.
See, trade schools don't need to be high school trade schools.
nope.
You can start trade schools where they're still getting their English, their math, their arts, their music, and everything like that.
Like
You,
that in-
we could spend, the government could spend money and send kids in sixth grade that know they don't want to go through high school and go off and they want to learn a trade.
Yes.
They're good with their hands at a very young age. So that's a whole nother conversation there. But what I am saying is that because of the school I'm at, they're like everybody's going to college. And I see these kids graduate with associate's degree, but I also see how they're dressed every day. I see how they smell, right? I see how
Yes.
well they're kept or unkept. And so they need resources if they are going to take their associate's degree with the ambition to go to college. I would like to set up a foundation to help them make that transition easier. And then I'll work on the next thing, right? Then I'll work on the trade stuff, right? But right now, I know a lot of kids have an associate's degree that I'll probably end up seeing a year from now just working at Walmart.
Well, Mr. Howard, we want to appreciate you coming in and feel free to get in contact with March County Wash so we can keep up with your foundation. We got to go to station break, and when we come back, we're going to be talking with my new co-host for the day, Ms. Pantera, and we'll be right back.
I appreciate you for having me.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you.